Now I know a shitload of smart, funny folks, plenty of accomplished artists among them, maybe a genius or two. I know no one even close to as ferociously principled as Steve Albini is. No one as unwavering in his dedication to what he values in the world. Most idealists cling to their scruples so desperately that they are turned to dust by worrying fingers, a loss that more often than not leaves a broken, embittered man. That Steve has retained both his great good humor and his idealism well into middle age constitutes the kind of magic trick that rightfully earned him the nickname Houdini in Louisville back in the day. There is, of course, little magic involved, unless it is indeed magical to be as kind-hearted as you are cantankerous, and always, always funny as hell. Please welcome my friend, Montana's own, Steve Albini.
Thank you very much, Brett. That's very flattering, and also pure bullshit. I was going to tell the story about when I met Brett Ralph, but over conversation at breakfast, we discerned that I didn't actually meet Brett Ralph at that time. I met his equally big friend, Big Irv. So I'm going to tell this story, and where I say Brett Ralph, you can substitute Big Irv or not, depending on what you think would be funnier. I was in a band called Big Black, and we went to Louisville, Kentucky to play a show. Apparently, in 1986, Brett has much better memory for dates than I do. I thought it was 85 or 84, but it must have been 86. And we played at a place called the Zachary Taylor Hall, which is a public hall used for events. And there was a stage, sort of makeshift stage, set up at one end, and it was pitch black when we loaded in. It was in the springtime, and I remember it being quite hot and humid, but we loaded in, pitch black, we're putting our stuff on stage, and suddenly there was a ferocious banging at the metal door at the other end of the Zachary Taylor Hall. And whoever was banging then realized that the door was unlocked and he could open it himself. And the door swings open, and like in a scary movie, there was a brilliant rectangle of sunlight in this black abyss of the Zachary Taylor Hall in the shape of a door with a bowling pin shaped dude about 6'3", giant dude, and this bellowing voice comes from the other end of the Zachary Taylor Hall. Which one of you faggots is Houdini? And I assumed that he was talking to me, so I said, I guess I am. And he said, this is the part, this is where it gets confusing, because I remember it being Brett Ralph, and I remember him saying, I'm Brett Ralph from Malignant Growth. You gonna let me in your show tonight for free? And then I remember saying, no. Why would I do that? And I remember him saying, because I asked you. So that's my fond memory of meeting Brett Ralph. Apparently, not him. Okay, I've never read anything I've written publicly before, so forgive me if I don't obey appropriate reading in public protocol. But it's like everything else in my life, I just assumed I could do it well. And so she's laughing now, and she probably has a pussy that snaps like a turtle. But you will regret it. Yes, yes, my friend, she will fuck like a wildcat stung by hornets, but it will not be worth it. She will become a dray horse, a fucking dray horse with big murderous brothers who like to cut men. I'm dry again, Peter. This is my advice. Fuck only deaf, mute orphans. And let them be ugly. Oh, they can be ugly. Mama, ugly. This is not an an indictment of the women. The women are the women. It's all of it. It cannot be any other way. Fucking first caveman, first cave woman fucking had brothers. The beginning of, since there were women, they've had brothers, and they've got out of cave prison, and they're fucking cave gangbanger friends wore their caveman pants, big bearskin pants, big fucking bearskin pants too low. Fucking brother doesn't think his caveman sister is a fucking total whore. Throws the caveman pussy around like, I don't know, like party favors, and brother thinks she's a saint. Want them cave blowjob? Caveman boyfriend, he'll know him in cave for half hour. Caveman pizza delivery boy, like him blowjob. You can fuck her 4 ways cross-eyed from Sunday, stick your whole hand in her pussy, fuck her in the asshole, and she's still a saint. Over here. Hi, over here. I'm through. Deaf mutes, orphans only. Will they ever shut up? Jesus didn't scream like that, and they nailed through his hands. For missing an 8-ball, screaming like that. They say it was his wrists, though, not his hands. The infallibility doctrine, infallabia, the doctrine of the infallabia of the sister. The church is then wrong, isn't it? Isn't it? 10 bajillion crucifixes, all wrong, through the hands. But it couldn't have been the hands, or he'd have fallen like a sock monkey. The feet, supposedly, yes, the feet, but not the hands. How do they get out of that, Mr. Pope Infallible, Infallible?